The problem what makes it really difficult for me is something of simplicity. So I uploaded the basketball videos when I was using the chair. But when we go all around the world to these different basketball courts, when we use the chair, the broom, the stick off the floor, the tree branch, the net, they're all like just added props. Now here's the problem I have, and what I found out is this. It's not just good enough to throw the ball in twice, maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times in a row. But throwing the ball in 5 times in a row backwards from the halfway court, sitting on the chair backwards, you know, it's so casual. It's not good enough. It won't get enough. So imagine, even if I go all the way to the other end of the basketball hoop and throw the ball in the basketball hoop 5 times, that doesn't even qualify as a move. The guys I'm playing basketball against are so good, you know, that dunking from the top of the key doesn't even get you anything. Not unless you dunk from the 4-point line. Now, to be honest, I don't think anyone can really dunk from the 4-point line, but considering what I've seen, that would be like saying, you know, we've not seen famous wrestlers like pull aeroplanes when they're strapped in a harness with their back. What I'm trying to get at is this. I've been able to travel all around the world and see how it's all compiled in data, because the main part was to do the research, right? To see what was out there, either be it YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, MSN, Bebo, Yahoo, Genie, whatever the platform was, to really see where the competition was. That's why I always say to the coach, you shouldn't even tell me about my position ranking in the world. I'm not doing it for the trophy or the medals. I'm doing it for the team. Like, let them get the money and all of that crap. Just let me play the damn game. The problem is, it's like this, man. You go to the basketball court, right? And no one really appreciates this, right? Because no one watches the video and won't really understand what I'm talking about. But just to take the basketball and dunk it underneath your legs and put it in the basketball hoop and do that in a competition, let alone a game, that's clout, right? But imagine how I feel when I got 4 guys looking at me, right, who are 6 foot, 7 foot, and 8 foot guys, and they're just bam, everyone's just doing a circuit, right? And if you've ever been to a basketball club or training with basketball players in the world, professionals or not, you know how that goes. One person does a dunk, someone else does a dunk, bat, and for 45 minutes you're just going around circling, doing the dunks. That's all great, but that's how I'm looking at these guys, just doing the dunks off the key, bam, 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 all the time. So now we're doing these dunks and these squats, these push-ups, these sit-ups, these jumping jacks, this ballet, this yoga, this martial arts, all to get this body to be so flexible and bendable, like you're doing Indian yoga, downward facing dog and all of this stuff. And then so that when you're palming the basketball and you're jumping from the 3-point line. So exactly where the 3-point shot line is, exactly where Steph Curry will take a 3-point shot, right? Your foot is supposed to hit that 3-point shot line and fly across that area of distance until you hit the basketball rim and get the dunk. Now, doing that on a 13 foot, 15 foot, 10 foot, 11 foot, 10 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, 9 foot, that's just a regular. You won't get no points for that in competition against these guys. you gotta you gotta hit that baseline back, fly across, and you gotta hit a 16-foot dunk, right? So if you think about it like this, when I'm in England and I'm always doing the height measurement comparison, we know that the rim of the basketball hoop's 10 foot, right? That's shorter than a double-decker bus, because a double-decker bus is like maybe 14 foot in height, right? 4 foot higher. So we're already at the height, more or less, at the double-decker bus, and it's been confirmed by multiple people that when I'm running at full speed and power, I can put the top of my hand right up on the double-decker bus window and go up and touch the top of the bus window on the vertical height. So that gives you that 3 meter, 2 meter launch pad. Now, again, it's all unappreciated, but when I'm looking at them videos, even when I'm watching them and looking at the pictures and I'm taking in that data, I'm like, wow, these 8-foot guys, these 7-foot guys, these 6'6" guys. Look, if I can dunk a 10-foot basketball hoop, 11-foot basketball hoop, 12-foot basketball hoop, then why can't an 8-foot guy dunk, right? A 14 and a 16, right? It's just basically body math, right? He should have more bigger muscles, more body weight, more power, apparently. So on paper it looks good, but then he can't dunk a 16-foot or 15-foot or 13-foot. It just looks a bit funny and a bit fake. So look, like I'm saying, when we go to play this basketball court, whether we're paying money to get in the court or not, that it is rattling me, because today, if I didn't, to everyone passing by, I was like, oh look, there's Jordan with the chair, throwing the ball in the basketball hoop. Now I might throw that basketball hoop in 158 times while sitting down on that chair, but none of them 158 videos or 158 from me to the net, that might not even count as a star, or even get a basketball ranking or something like that. So the coach is like, well, you can't really do that. So what I'm thinking of is, he's going to want me from the lamppost around the corner where I can't even see the basketball hoop, and I got to throw the ball around all the way and bend it in like a frisbee and get it in. What the hell is that? Well, actually, when you're playing basketball and the ball goes off the offside, because you're near the crowd and the audience, you got to jump in the air, palm the ball, and throw it at that mad angle. And all this practicing and training is so when I'm outside of that, the game zone, just before I hit the floor, I can grab the ball at any angle and flip it, and it will just bend like a frisbee in. So even by playing frisbee and learning how to play frisbee, I'm learning how to bend and curve the curvature of the ball within the air. Then you're adding in the hand grips, the push-ups, the sit-ups, the jumping jacks, the hours of yoga, the ballet for balance, ice skating for speed, the yoga for flexibility, boxing and martial arts for core strengthening, the pull-ups and the sit-ups on the pull-up bar, the hand grip closes. What I'm saying is, it's a combination of all these unorthodox exercises at a really high level where are going to give the result. So tomorrow playing basketball with any of these guys is going to be a nightmare, because you don't know who's going to come by and interrupt your basketball, your table tennis, or your martial arts, or all of the stuff. So even for me, getting the video done is a lot, because I might be halfway through a video. Oh, there's a table tennis game, gotta play the Chinese and North Koreans. I can't go from there to play all the Koreans when I'm doing the basketball contest with Big Raymond or Big Jack. But this is what I gotta do, right? I gotta do all this and do all of that. It's just mental. What I'm saying is, if I was not a basketball player, well known or not, and I saw a guy dunk a free throw or do anything like that, I would have never want to play him. That's why I try to avoid playing my other team members. But the team members on my team, we have to play and do the drill. Otherwise, no one gets better. I'm sorry for going on for so long, but it's just like I'm under a lot of pressure to keep that ranking, and now I'm playing basketball again. It's all I can driven to be think about. I gotta maintain that point average, which is no, you won't miss the fucking ball. You can't miss. As soon as you do something fancy and you miss, that's it, your career's over. So you gotta keep on adding in more and more technical things. Tomorrow's gonna be a whole lot of basketball, man, just to keep that #1 ranking. Oh, God's sake.